Hello and welcome to the In News series section of Drishti IAS. I'm Aisha, and in today's episode we will be talking about the war which is going on in Syria civil war, and this war has led to the fall of 50-year-old government, and you can say the 14 years of the Bashar al-Assad regime. So what has happened recently is that the Middle East tensions, they are rising and are still rising, so they are not taking a U-turn to stop down, and the problems in the Middle East are escalating even further and adding on to the situation of Israel, Hamas, Lebanon, Iran, and now Syria has joined it. So let us see about what has happened in Syria. So first of all, about the points of discussion. First about the news, then what is the Syria civil war, what are the different fighting groups that are involved in this war, and India's ties with Syria, and recently what the Ministry of External Affairs has said, and in the end prelims MCQ. Topic is of relevance from General Studies paper 2, that is international relations, and also map perspective it becomes important about the surrounding countries of Syria. The news talks about Bashar al-Assad defeated. What has happened in Syria so far? What now? So there are news that the president of Syria, that was Bashar al-Assad, so he has fled the country, he has flown away from the country, and there are the reports tell that he has arrived in Moscow, Russia. So the report says all these things, and in the end, as of now, there is instability in Syria, and the militant groups in Syria has run into the capital of Syria, and that is Damascus. Let us look at that Drishti's Mukherjee Nagar classes has now shifted to Noida, and the first offline batch in Noida is starting in Hindi medium from 9th of December 3 p.m. while the first English medium batch is starting from 12th of December and the timing is 6 p.m. And if you know the exact location, that is C171/2 Block A Sector 15 Noida, and if you are travelling by metro, then the nearest metro station is Noida Sector 15. So, if you have any query, give us a call at 9311406440. So, this is about the new center, the new UPSC hub, and that is Noida. And in English medium, the offline batch covering both prelims and mains is also starting in Prayagraj from 2nd of January, and the timing is 5:30 p.m. Then if you want to know about the exact location, then the link is provided in the description box, and also if you want to hear or get a call from Drishti, then the link is provided in the description box. You can go out and fill a form there and Drishti will get back to you. Now, looking into your preparation for prelims and mains both, Drishti IAS has come up with a new program, and that is Sambhav 2025. And it covers both prelims and mains. So the features include, you will get 10 daily prelims practice question, plus you will get 2 daily mains practice questions. So both your MCQ and your answer writing practice is done. Apart from this, you will get your general studies and current affairs will also be covered. In-depth analysis of previous year question, and all the aspirants who will be giving the examination, they will also get the real-time ranking of how they are performing. Now moving on to the news. So as we talk about Syria, what becomes important is knowing about the geographical location of Syria. So first of all, about the geographical location of Syria. So this is Syria. Capital of Syria is Damascus, which lies in the southern Syria, and Syria is one of the countries in the Middle East. So on the northern side, that Syria shares its northern border with Turkey, its eastern border with Iraq, southern border with Jordan, Israel, and also the southwestern border with Lebanon, and it shares its western border with the Mediterranean Sea also. So Turkey, Iraq, Jordan, Israel, Lebanon. So these are the countries with which Syria is sharing its border, and the capital is Damascus. So what has happened is, after almost 15 years of civil war going in Syria, final push to overthrow Syria's president Bashar al-Assad took less than 15 days. So the regime which was going on since last so many years. So before Bashar al-Assad's father was in control of Syria. So both father and the son, the both combined has been ruling Syria for more than 50 years. So it was in the year 1971 that the father of Bashar al-Assad took control of Syria. So on 8th of December, the rebel forces overran the capital of Syria, and that is Damascus, and the president has fled the country now. So as of now, the government in Syria is not in control. It is the militant group who has taken control of the capital of Syria. Now about the Syria civil war. So how actually the things began in Syria? So it was since 1971 that Syria was in the control of the Hafiz al-Assad. Hafiz al-Assad is the father of the Bashar al-Assad, and Bashar al-Assad as of now was the president of Syria who has fled from Syria. So in the year, or you can say since the year 1971, Syria was in the control of Hafiz al-Assad. He was a very powerful president and was seen as dictator by many people. Then after Hafiz died in the year 2000, it was his son Bashar al-Assad who took control of the country, or who sat in his father's position. Then in the year 2011, and the year 2011 is when, or you can say from where, things actually started to take a twist, and the credit for this goes to the Arab Spring. So this is when the Arab Spring saw dictators being toppled across West Asia and also Northern Africa. Protest against Assad in Syria also began. Now what is Arab Spring? Very important point. UPSC has already asked a question on this. So Arab Spring was a protest which happened in the areas of West Asia and Northern Africa, and it started from the country Tunisia, and it was basically against the dictators and also against the corruption. So under the Arab Spring, demonstration and protests took place in this area. So in the year 2011, with the starting of the Arab Spring, that is when the protest against the Assad government also began. Then Assad, if we talk about the Syria country, then we all know that in the West Asia country, or in the Arabic world, the Shias and the Sunnis these community plays a very strong role, and this is also one of the cases in Syria. So Bashar al-Assad belongs to the Alawite community, which is a sect of the Shia Islam. So the person who was ruling Syria belonged to the Shia community, while overall if we will look at the population of Syria, then it is a Sunni country. You can say the majority of the people or the majority of the community is from Sunni, while the ruling person of that country belonged to the Shia Islam. So the aim of the Sunnis, or the aim of the protest and the demonstrations which were going on in the Syria was that forcing the Assad government to step down, or forcing Bashar al-Assad to step down. Then the rebels had taken control of areas of the northeast and the northwest of the country. So if this is, you can imagine, this is the map of Syria, then the northeastern part and the northwestern part, the northeastern and the northwestern, both part were under the control of the rebel group, and that is how the rebel group started, or the militant group started to take control of the things. Then Assad was in control of a large section of the Syria. So large section of the Syria was in the control of the Bashar al-Assad, but the northeast and the northwest part were in control of the rebel. But as of now, if we will see the global geopolitics, so Russia is busy in its war in Ukraine, while Iran, Lebanon is also busy with its war, or you can say with Israel. Now in this scenario, what happened was that the government in Syria became weak, and in the last 15 to 20 days, the militants or the rebel groups in Syria, they ran over the government, and that is how the twist in the story of Syria took place, and the government fall and the Bashar al-Assad, the president of Syria, had to fly from the country. Now, who all are the fighting groups in Syria? So, the group that just captured Damascus, so recently the group which has captured Damascus is the Hayat Tahrir al-Sham, that is HTS, Hayat Tahrir al-Sham, and it is led by Abu Muhammad al-Julani. So, this is HTS is the group which has recently captured Damascus, and it was founded in the year 2011 as Jabhat al-Nusra, the Al-Qaeda's branch in Syria. So, earlier it was part of Al-Qaeda and the branch of Al-Qaeda who was operating in Syria. And the aim was to overthrow Assad and establish a Sunni Islamic rule. While the other, so HTS was one group which acted in Syria. Apart from HTS, there are other groups also who has played different role in Syria. So others are Syrian Democratic Forces. Now Syrian Democratic Forces is a collection of Kurdish militants that want more autonomy and right for the Kurds, and they are not enemy of the, or they were not enemy of the Assad regime. So apart from the rebel group, there is rebel group or the militants in Syria, then there is government of Syria, and apart from this there are other players also in the Syrian politics, and that is one of them was the Syrian Democratic Forces. Then there is Turkey based Syrian National Army, Turkey backed Syrian National Army, and they oppose both Assad and the Kurds. Syrian Democratic Forces are Kurds, while there is Syrian National Army which oppose both Assad and Kurds. Then there is international involvement also. If we talk about the international favor that Syria gets, so basically they get backing from Iran, Russia and also Lebanon, Hezbollah, while on the other side US and Turkey, they are not very much in, or they were not very much in favor of the Bashar al-Assad government. So this is how the things used to move in Syria. Now India's ties with Bashar al-Assad. So how was India's ties with Syria during the rule of Assad regime? So India has had friendly ties with Syria under the Bashar al-Assad regime. So India was not having any problem with the Assad regime, and the 6th round of the India-Syria Foreign Office consultations took place in New Delhi on November 29. So the 6th round has recently taken place, and if we talk about, so the Ministry of External Affairs at this point of time, during the time of the 6th round of India-Syria Foreign Office consultations, said that India and Syria enjoy warm and friendly relations based on historic and civilizational ties. So India on the other hand was in good terms with the Syria, and Indian embassy as of now is operational in Syria, and the Indian people are also safe in Syria. So the embassy is running, or embassy is operational in Syria very well. So this is about India's ties with Bashar al-Assad. And now in the end, a prelims question, and like always you people will give me the answer in the comment section. So the question reads, the Syria shares its northern border with, so it is asking about the northern border. When we talk about northern border, so this is north, this is south, this is west and this is east. So we are talking about the northern border. So Syria shares its northern border with Turkey, Iraq, Jordan or Israel. So out of these 4, give me the answer in the comment section. And that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Till we meet next time, keep reading, keep writing and keep subscribing to the channel. Thank you.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.